Yo, it's Ab Soul, Pastor Blacklit, checking out Double XL. Yeah. I am a feminist. I guess it's fair to say I'm a feminist. I'm all for women's rights and equality of the sexes. I definitely believe in women's rights, and I think that sexism is an important issue that we should have more conversations about, that we should be more aware about. We don't speak on sexism much as we really should. The black man could vote before the woman could. So, what's the bigger issue? You know what I'm saying? I was ready to see Hillary in office. That would have been great. Like, that would have been dope. You know what I mean? And I think the world is ready for that. I think the world is open for that. You know what I'm saying? It's mature enough for that. I don't think, women get their just due on the record. But behind closed doors, it's all about the power of the P. You know. It's very important for us to speak on equality of the sexes, because we all have mothers and we all have little sisters, and we're gonna be speaking for men, we're gonna be fathers of daughters, and the cycle continues. And we need to make sure that just as we're as sensitive about these women in our lives, we need to be sensitive about all of them. You know what I mean? I think we need to keep all of the women into consideration. Think in terms of, you have a mother, you have a sister, you have an auntie, and you want them to be treated. You're very sensitive about how these women are treated. Very sensitive. I'm very sensitive about how these women are treated. And so I think that we need to extend that relationship outside of the immediate family to the whole world, to mankind. The chicken came before the egg is my hypothesis for this album. That's the thesis that I'm trying to prove. Chicken being female, egg being given by the female, correct? So just getting to the root of things, you know what I'm saying? I'm heavy into history and theology, as you all know, religion and all of that. But, God's a girl, ? Is this possible? Is this something that, that you could fathom? Is this blasphemous? I don't know why these questions are just held, behind closed doors. And I think that's a large part of why I wanted to make an album like this and talk about these things. Because we do talk about these things. I do talk about these things with my homies, with my male friends. And so I wanted the girls to know that we are having these conversations too. The simplest way I could put it is, I think the feeling that you have about your mother, it's kind of like, it's intangible. It's it's a feeling that is unmatched. It's like the umbilical cord is still there in a way. When you do wrong, sometimes you think about what your mom would say. You know what I mean? These type of things. And that conscious is similar to that of, a higher power. So a great quote is, there's no atheist in a foxhole. You feel what I'm saying? So even if you're an atheist, so quote unquote, the theory is, if you're in a foxhole, it's an army terminology. If you're in a foxhole, even the strongest man is gonna ask for help from somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? He might even call for his mama. I haven't had this type of conversation with my mother. And so I think this is a great way for me to open that dialogue. Thank you. I love my mama.